Hello, it's Lisa Preece here. Welcome back to my channel. It is hailing outside, so if you hear any sounds hitting my window, please know that people aren't throwing rocks at my house and it is just hail. But with that, let us carry on into today's video, which is how to make the most of the Disney dining plan and my top tips for using it. The Disney dining plan is something you can get for free if you are from the UK if you book at certain times through the year. Normally it starts in like springtime to buy the special offer, and it's valid. It's a really good offer because it's valid like through school holidays and all sorts, and it is incredible value. So I completely recommend waiting until the dining plan offer comes out to book your holiday because it is so worth it. You can only get it if you stay on site at a Disney hotel. If you book a moderate resort, you can upgrade to the full Disney dining plan, and if you stay at a deluxe resort, you get it included for free. A couple of people have asked me before if they recommend staying on the quick service plan, which is what you get for free when you're in a moderate, or upgrading to the full dining plan. Like, sometimes it's not worth it if it's like a ridiculous like upgrade fee, but when we did it, it was something like £100 for 10 days, and in which case it's so worth it. A lot of people, when they first check in, they are worried that they're going to use up all these credits really fast, and I have to say, do not worry. Do not stockpile credits when you get there. You will have loads left over at the end no matter what. I always was like, oh, we're not going to have enough, we're going to have to buy some things out of pocket to make up for it, but every time I've had the dining plan, we've always had stuff left over on the last day. Unless you know that you are someone that loves snacks all the time, I don't think you're gonna use it up. Especially like American portions are so much bigger than British sized portions. You're gonna be stuffed after just a quick service meal if you're anything like me. I'm the kind of person that gets full after a portion of chips, and then I'm hungry again an hour later, so probably not the best role model for food quantities, but other normal people that I travel with tell me that it is huge portions as well, and they struggle to finish. So you are not going to be hungry on the dining plan, and you are going to barely need any extra money for food. If you want something, if you see some popcorn, buy it. If you're like, oh, that looks really interesting to try, get it. Like, just do it. So the way that I would prefer to structure my day is that we would bring like cereal bars from home to eat for breakfast, which was totally unnecessary, but I just liked having something so that I could eat that on the way to the bus in the morning, so that I was starting the day with food, because I don't deal well if I don't have food within like half an hour of waking up. So that kept me happy for a bit. So we'd have that, and then we'd probably have an early-ish quick service lunch, and then we would have an early-ish full table service dinner. And that was how I like to structure it. Sometimes it's nice to have a table service lunch instead, and then quick service dinner, just depending on your plans for the day, but that is like my preferred structure. And then snacks as appropriate through the day, you know. A really nice way to have breakfast on the dining plan as well is to go to Starbucks, and you can use up 2 snack credits and get a drink snack credit, and then like a cookie or a breakfast sandwich or whatever else is on the dining plan as a snack as well, and then that's a really lovely refreshing breakfast for you, and it's all on the dining plan. I love that. I personally thought it was a waste to spend a dining plan credit on like a Diet Coke or something like that, so I would always prefer to fill up my water bottle from the free water bottle filling stations as you go, or of course you can get free ice water from any quick service location, but I just like to have a water bottle with me all the time. But then of course I've just said to you that you will use up all your credits, so don't worry about it if you are buying using a snack credit to get using a snack credit to get a drink. Just don't fret about it too much. But if you find you're using like all of your credits just on like Coke, first of all, you should be drinking water to stay hydrated anyway, and it just didn't seem like as good value as some of the other things you can get. When you're planning your table service restaurants, the 2 credit restaurants are just not as good value as the 1 credit in my opinion. I think we went to 1 2 credit restaurant, and that was Cinderella's Royal Table, and the good thing about that is that it includes gratuity as well, so we actually kind of saved money that day, which was really nice. They are good, but I just think, is it really worth 2 opportunities to sit down and have a meal just for 1? I just don't think it's worth it on the whole. If there's somewhere that you want to try, you really want to try, by all means do it, but I just think go for the 1 credits because they are still really good, and the 2 credits, yes, they are a tier above in quality and experience, but I would say maybe only do like 1 or 2 of them at the most and focus on the 1 credit options. I think the really good thing to do when you're planning your table service reservations, or ADRs as they are called, use them at a time that will break up your day. So instead of having to go back, say, to your resort to like have a little nap or go to the pool as a way to like break up your day, you can do it instead by having like a long sit down meal of like an hour or 2 hours. That way it like gives you a bit of chance to like get off your feet for a bit, stop rushing around, enjoy yourself, and sort of reset, ready for the next portion of the day. For us, that meant that we could actually do like park opening to fireworks without dying. Like, it just makes it a lot more easier, or even possible, full stop, to spend the whole day at the park. So use that like strategically, like maybe like 5 o'clock, even though you might not eat at that time at home, like that's the time when you're going to start flagging, like getting a table service meal then, and then you'll be out by 7 and then ready to go on a few rides, fireworks, and then home for bed. It just means you can actually cram more into your day by minimizing on travel as well. And of course, all the ADR advanced dining reservations come out 180 days before the day. So that is 6 months. And then if you're staying at a Disney resort, then you can book on your 180 day mark, you can book for the length of your stay up to 10 days, which it really confused me to start with. So if you're staying for 14 days, on 180 days, you can book for that day plus 10 days, and then the next day you book for the next day until you're all booked up. But most people stay under 10 days at a Disney resort, so they can book everything at once, which is really good, because that means you're getting access to the reservations before most people, which is fab. So if you've got somewhere really hard to get into, like Cinderella's Royal Table or Be Our Guest, keep that for the end of your trip, and then that'll mean it's easier to get because fewer people have had access to those reservations, because you will essentially be getting them up to 190 days in advance, whereas all the mere mortals that aren't staying on site can only get them at 180 days. So it's a good benefit. Thought I'd just let you know some of my favourite places to use up my credits as well. For quick service, Animal Kingdom is the absolute best for quick service. They have, in my opinion, all the best quick services. So you've got Yak Yeti, which is one of the greatest quick services in the whole of Disney World, in my opinion. So good. Satuli Canteen in Pandora, which I have not tried yet, but I really wanted to last time, but I just didn't get time, which looks amazing. And they have all the food trucks in the Africa area of the park as well, which all look so good. And what a great variety of food there. You definitely won't find your average like burgers and nuggets in those parts of the park. I love it so much. And of course, Be Our Guest is a fantastic use of quick service because you get your food brought over to you. It's like a table service type environment, even though you're only paying for a quick service, so that's really good value. Oh, I also like in Epcot in China, they have a quick service there. I think, I can't remember what it's called now. They have orange chicken, which is great. Not as good as Panda Express, but still good, and the best orange chicken you can get in Disney, so beggars can't be choosers. For snacks, Starbucks is obviously really good, as I said before. I also really like getting popcorn because I'm a popcorn addict, and Mickey Premium Bars, ice cream, they're a great way to cool you down as well as fill you up, and who doesn't love a Mickey Premium Bar? Epcot at the moment nearly always has a festival on, if it's food and wine, Festival of the Arts, Christmas celebrations, like there's almost always something going on there, and you can use your snacks at the booths, which is such good value. So you can like eat and drink around the world, well, not drink, eat around the world for on your dining plan, which is fantastic really. And then table service, I could give you a long list, but some of my favourites are Ohana, which is probably my #1, at the Polynesian Resort. The food is so good and the atmosphere is lovely, and sometimes you can even get a view of Cinderella Castle from your table. It's like, what more could you possibly want? I also love Liberty Tree Tavern in the Magic Kingdom because it's, again, different food to what you'd normally be getting. It's like a lovely Thanksgiving style roast dinner, which is so good, but be warned, you're going to need to sit down for a long time after that to digest it all because it's very heavy, but so good. And being able to sit down for that amount of time in Magic Kingdom is like pretty invaluable as well. Also, you can use your dining plan as a good excuse to go and visit the resorts that maybe you haven't been to before, or some of your favourite resorts that you want to go back to. And Boma in the Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of my favourites for that. I love the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I've been there so many times even though I've never stayed there. Definitely don't rule out the restaurants at the different resorts as well, because you can use that as a different activity to have a break from the parks, have a wander around the resorts, and get some lovely food while you're there as well. And the benefit, of course, will be it's easier to get a reservation and there'll be less people as well, so it all adds to the nice chilled vibes that we're going with for our table service credits. So yeah, those are my top tips for making the most out of your Disney dining plan. If you have any other tips, do leave them below, and likewise I'll answer any questions that you have, and do let me know where your favourite places are to use your quick service, table service and snack credits, and let me know your favourite places as well, because I'm always on the lookout for new places to use next time I go back to Disney. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.